Hello and welcome to this video. Today we're taking a look at Sierra Chart and we're going to talk about how to use the quote book within Sierra Chart. So to do that, we're just going to go to the file menu here to open it up, and then we'll select new quote board. You can see it's kind of towards the bottom of this drop down menu. That will bring up another window here. You can see it's blank here, just black and white lines. You can kind of see with a few different columns in the middle. I'll maximize this so that we can get an idea of the different columns here and get a clearer view. So if we do take a look here, you see we have no symbols coming through, and we can add symbols in a few different ways. We could type them in, but we could also use a find symbol menu like you normally would with a chart or a trading dome, or you can actually add in symbol lists. You see, if you do have a symbol list pre-configured, which I happen to have one, you can see it's just named test. If I select that, that will add in a few different symbols automatically so that you don't have to add them individually. So I'm going to go through how to actually add symbols to a list and save that list so that it is available just like my test list is here. For now, I'm going to clear these symbols out. Now to add a symbol or find a symbol or create a symbol list, we're going to go to the settings drop down menu, and you see that one of the options here is set symbols. So if I select that, that brings up a symbol list menu. You see we have kind of a blank option here. So if I wanted to add a symbol to the list, I can either type it in here or I can use the find symbol list. So if I select the find symbol list here, it'll bring up another menu. We can add in whatever we wanted to. For example, I can go ahead and select in the 6E, for example. So I'll select 6EU3. We'll add that here. Now I can also add in another one if I wanted to. So we'll select add. It's currently blank, so now I can go ahead and find another symbol that I wanted to add. For example, maybe the CL here. I'll go ahead and choose the September or maybe the August crude oil here, so I can go ahead and do that. I'm going to choose September since August did just expire, and I'll select OK. And now we have both oil and the euro here. I can add in more, not limited to just a few. We can add in, as many as we want here. So I can go ahead and just keep finding those. And since we can create that symbol list, we don't have to do this every time. We can do this just once and then actually add it by list, as opposed to continually adding these individually. So it can kind of save some time for us. So one thing we could do is if we go ahead and close this, it's going to add these symbols here. You can see we have the ES, the CL, and the 6E, the euro here, all available. Now it's populating these different columns. You see things like net change. We even see the name of these here, the full name. And we also have things like the ask and the bid and the volume there as well. Now one thing we can do is we can go ahead and go back to this set symbols menu. Now to actually save this to a list, we'll go ahead and select export. So if I select export here, it's going to give me the option to save this as a symbol list. So we can just clear out this asterisk, and then I can name this whatever I want to do. So for example, I can say Sierra Chart Video as the name of this symbol list. We'll save that. I'll select close. And now that's going to be it's going to be an option the next time we open it up. So if I select, for example, clear symbols, we still have that test. So if I were to kind of close this here, we'll select close QuoteBoard window. I'll go to File, New QuoteBoard. We'll maximize this here, and now you see we do have that Sierra Chart Video symbol list available in addition to that test. So one thing I can do to get those symbols back is just choose that. You see I can also choose the test, so we can kind of switch between those. So for example, if I wanted to have a few different symbol lists and kind of switch between them, you just switch between them just by selecting the other one. That switches out the symbols there. And you can also alter that symbol list again. So if I select set symbols, we have that. We can add and of course modify these symbols if we wanted to, or remove symbols just the same way. You can also adjust the order from this symbol list window. So for example, maybe I want the euro at the top. I can move that up. We'll select close here, and that changes the order of that. So it's pretty simple. Most of the things that we want to do here is in the set symbols list. Now I also want to go through some of the other options here. For example, we have set fields. Now these set fields are going to be the different columns within the QuoteBoard window. So you see we have all of these to the right are the ones that are currently here. So I have all of these available, and or these are currently being used, but I have all of these available here. So there's actually ones that we can use that aren't necessarily already on there. We could also make this a little bit smaller if we wanted to. Maybe we didn't need all of those different columns here. I can actually remove those, and that's just done using these add or remove buttons. So for example, I can make this a lot smaller just by removing a lot of these. Select OK, and you can see those will disappear to our right. So it's pretty configurable and customizable depending on how you want it. There are also some other settings here, things like font size and colors. You can also adjust. For example, in the graphics settings, you can actually change some other options here. So if I wanted to change the color, for example, I'll select OK. Select apply, and you'll see that the background of those is now changed to that color. So there are a lot of different options that you can customize within this. If you do have any questions about the quote board within Sierra Chart or Sierra Chart in general, please feel free to give us a call or visit our website at www.optimusfutures.com.